Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today we're looking at the topic, does intermittent fasting really work? Does intermittent fasting really work? And stick around to the end because I'm going to share some tips, some secrets. You don't want to miss anything out. This is going to be a goodie. Let's dive right in. What is intermittent fasting? I lost 60 pounds or 28 kgs in my weight loss journey over 6 months, a relatively short period of time to lose a whole bunch of weight, and intermittent fasting played a crucial role. So intermittent fasting is simply having eating windows and fasting windows in your day-to-day lifestyle. There are terms such as 16-8, 24, and these are very popular ways of incorporating intermittent fasting. You've got 24 hours in a day, as you all know. And 16-8 simply refers to spending those 16 hours in the day not eating and having an eating window of 6 hours. And this is super helpful because when you don't eat, your body is forced to dip into the fat reserves and convert fat into energy, and thus over time you lose a whole bunch of weight. So 16-8 means eating 8 hours in the day and fasting 16 hours in the day. While 16 might seem like a huge number, it might seem daunting, you spend a fair bit of that time sleeping. And over those 8 hours, you allow yourself to eat. So an extreme form of intermittent fasting is known as OMAD, or 1 meal a day. And having 1 meal a day might seem attractive to so many people due to its simplicity, just simply providing a lot of time in the day to do your work and just sitting down to have 1 meal a day. When you have 1 meal a day, you can't really overeat. You can eat as many things as you'd like in that 1 meal, and the rest of the time your body is burning that fat. You become a fat burning machine. This is an extreme form of intermittent fasting, and many people might not be ready to jump right into 1 meal a day. So my advice is start off slow. Find a schedule that best suits you. 16-8 is a really good schedule to start off with. So during those 8 hours, so for example, you'll go to 10 o'clock or so and you'll wait for 16 hours to pass, and then you'll start your first meal. You'll push your meal back to maybe eating your first meal at around 11 in the day or midday, and then you'll have your last meal early in the evening. And your body will be burning fat during the time you're not eating. See, when you eat, what happens is insulin is released in your body to help digest the food, to break down food. And when insulin is released, your body can't burn fat. So when you're not eating, insulin is at an all-time low and your body starts burning fat and you lose weight. Also, when you're not eating and when you're fasting, your body starts breaking down the visceral fat. That is the belly fat. That is the fat that's hard to get to. And your body starts breaking that down and releasing energy. So fasting is super healthy. When I first started, it was difficult at the beginning, but I found as I persevered, I had tons and tons of energy. I really did. I also liked to do my exercise in a fasted state. I got up early in the morning to head over to the gym or to do a run. I did my exercise in a fasted state. And when you do this, what happens is your body starts burning fat at an extra fast pace. It's hard for me to eat early in the morning anyway, so it wasn't a big deal for me. But I'd like you to explore this. I want you to do some research. I want you to really incorporate ways in your lifestyle that you can have intermittent fasting come into play. I've got a pictogram that I've shared for my weight loss journey where I break everything down month by month. Watch that. You'll see how intermittent fasting played a crucial role in my weight loss. So let's put that up now and we'll enjoy it. All right, so I've put everything very nicely in a pictogram to make it visual. It's better when you see. And a quick pointer, when you go on your weight loss journey, record as much as possible. It's number one, encouraging. And number two, when you look back later, you can see your progress and see where you need to adjust. So here is the pictogram of my weight loss journey. And there we go. So you can see I started at 94 kgs in October, and then 6 months later, I went down to 66.4. So that's 4.6 kgs lost per month. That's good going. 1 year later, I was at 68. 2 years later, 71, maintaining the weight that I lost. Most people lose weight only to get it back on. You need to make sure you change your habits and your lifestyle to maintain your weight. That's super important. If we scroll down, we can see the first month, I lost 5 kgs. Yeah, the average calories, activities, and the diet that I did each month. So I've recorded everything very clearly for 6 months. The month of June, I did the keto diet on 1,800 calories, and I did weights or resistance training 5 times a week. I lost 4 kgs. If we scroll down here, keto once again in July, and here we have it, intermittent fasting. I started this in August with keto. I was at an average of 1,600 calories. I also did weights and I ran twice weekly. I lost 4.3 kgs. So I did the 18-6, so 18 hours of fasting, 6 hours of eating. And when I ate stuff that correspond to the keto diet. So a diet that's high in fats, moderate in protein, and low in carbohydrates. Completely cut out the refined carbohydrates from my diet to make sure I was only getting the good stuff, the healthy stuff. 4.3 kgs lost. Intermittent fasting was a winner. We scroll down a bit further to September. Intermittent fasting once again, 3.2 kgs lost. So if you combine the 2 months, that's 7.5 kgs on intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting really works. It is a winner. If you look, in the month of October, I did the OMAD and carnivore, and 6 months later, I was down to 66.4 kgs, which is really good going, from 94 kgs. So I threw myself into my weight loss journey, and it paid off. So intermittent fasting is a real winner. So for the 2 months I did it, I was shedding those unwanted pounds. There we have it, in August and September. And I think the clincher for me is straight after my weight loss journey for the next 2 years, I used intermittent fasting as a lifestyle, and it really worked for me. So there we have it. So let me jump right in and share some tips and some secrets that helped me really lose a whole bunch of weight. So firstly, let me just say it's so important to understand that losing weight is as a result of getting yourself into a caloric deficit, eating less than your maintenance calories, eating less than the amount of food required to maintain your body weight. If you require 2,000 calories per day, getting into a caloric deficit means eating 1,800. Your body will search for the extra 200, will dip into your fat reserves and translate 200 calories of fat into energy, and thus over time you lose weight. So getting into a caloric deficit, that's how you lose weight. Weight loss is driven by nutrition. You'll hear me say that again and again and again because it's 100% true. But here's some really important tips. So number one, start slow when it comes to intermittent fasting. Choose a schedule that best suits you. I chose the 16-8 because it fitted really well into my lifestyle. I would have my last meal by 6 o'clock at night, and I would have my next meal at 11 o'clock or midday the next day. That might sound daunting, but remember what I said, most of your time is spent sleeping. So I didn't really have breakfast in the morning. I'm not a breakfast eater. I don't feel hungry when I wake up in the morning. I do a lot of exercise fasted. So I run or I go to the gym in a fasted state, and I find it gives me a whole lot of energy. And I get back, I have something to drink. I'll have some black coffee, or I'll have some green tea, or I'll have some fizzy water or water with gas, and that fills me up and that keeps me going till my first meal. And I have a big lunch at around midday. I usually have a bunch of protein and some vegetables. I have a snack at about 3 o'clock, handful of nuts or something healthy, and I'll have another meal just before 6 o'clock. And that fitted really well into my schedule, into my work lifestyle. It gave me more time to tackle my work, more time to be productive, because we waste a whole lot of time around food. So I was focused and I was really productive in my working day. So start slow. Don't jump right in and do something that you won't be able to maintain, but start slow. Investigate, see what works for you. The second thing is think lifestyle. You want to find an intermittent fasting schedule that you can do over the long haul. You don't want to just do something to give up after a short period of time. You don't want to set yourself up for failure. You want to do something over the long haul. When I stopped my weight loss journey per se, after 6 months, when I lost all that weight, I maintained my weight for 2 years, and the secret for me was intermittent fasting. I found a rhythm and a lifestyle of intermittent fasting that kept me going for 2 whole years, and that was the 16-8 method. So think lifestyle, think long term, don't just think short term. The third thing that I want to say is incorporate exercise into your lifestyle. Incorporate walking, incorporate going to the gym, incorporate a bit of running into your intermittent fasting schedule. Doing exercise goes a long way and it helps you. Number 4, eat quality food when you do eat. Think about protein, because protein keeps you full for a bunch of time. Chicken, think beef. Think a whole lot of healthy vegetables, broccoli, spinach. Find things that really fill you up, that are nutritionally dense, that don't have a whole lot of calories. Things like eggs, things like avocado, things like healthy fats. That's really, really good for you. Fatty fish. That's really going to go a long way for you. So here's what I have to say. I hope it's helpful. If it's good, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll send more good stuff your way. Intermittent fasting is a real winner. Till the next video, we'll see you again.